Stablecoins do not die of bad luck. They die of design. 3 species share the $1 price tag, and each fails in its own way. We have 2 full autopsies on record, and 1 live patient everyone keeps calling healthy. You will read a peg like a mechanic reads an engine, by its failure mode. I'm Rachel from ChainSense. In the next 5 minutes, the death spiral that erased roughly $40 billion, the weekend a fully backed dollar traded at 87 cents, and the synthetic dollar whose yield is the risk. No horror music needed. The mechanisms are scary enough, told slowly. Start with the cleanest autopsy in crypto. TerraUSD, UST, was an algorithmic stablecoin. No dollars in a vault, just a swap rule. 1 UST could always be exchanged for $1 worth of freshly minted Luna, its sister token, and $1 of Luna could be burned to mint 1 UST. Arbitrage was supposed to hold the peg forever. No reserves to audit, no bank to fail. The design was the collateral, and it did, until May 2022, when confidence cracked and everyone ran the swap at once. Redemptions flooded the market with Luna. Luna's price caved, so the next redemption minted even more. The printer that guaranteed the peg became the shredder. Roughly $40 billion evaporated in days. Here's the part the retellings blur. The fraud prosecutions came later, layered on top of the collapse. Not instead of it. Strip every allegation away, and the design still fails exactly the same way. That is the definition of a mechanism problem. UST did not break its rules. It followed them all the way down. Now the opposite species, and the opposite story. USDC is fiat-backed, real dollars and treasuries, held with real institutions. Boring by design, which is the point, which is exactly where its risk lives. March 2023. Circle disclosed that $3.3 billion of USDC reserves sat at Silicon Valley Bank. And on a Friday, the bank failed. For one weekend, the market priced the uncertainty. USDC traded near 87 cents. For a token backed better than almost anything else on the shelf. Then regulators guaranteed the deposits, the dollars were whole, and USDC recovered fully within days. Call it what it was, a custody scare, not an insolvency. The design held, the plumbing shook. Saying USDC failed gets the story backwards. The coin worked, a bank wobbled. But keep the lesson, because it generalizes. A fiat-backed stablecoin quietly imports the banking system it lives on. Its worst day will look like a banking headline, not a crypto one. Know where the dollars sleep, because for one weekend, nobody did. Species 3 is the one to watch now. USDe is not a stablecoin in the same sense at all. It is a synthetic dollar built on a derivatives strategy. Under the hood, it holds crypto as collateral and shorts the same amount on derivatives venues. The 2 legs cancel. That is your dollar. The funding payments on the short side, that is your yield. Elegant. And read it again. The yield is the risk. It exists only while the market pays it, and in a bear mood funding thins, or flips negative. So, the checklist. 5 questions for anything wearing a dollar sign. 1. Which species is this? Vault, code, or trade? 2. What is the failure mode of that species? 3. Where do the dollars sleep and how concentrated? 4. Watch the redemption gate, not the price print. A wobble with open redemptions is noise. A closed gate is the siren. 5. If the yield suddenly turns generous, find out who started paying and why. The full checklist with the early warning signals is in the written guide linked below. 3 species, 3 different deaths. One survived, one did not. One has never been tested at scale. That asymmetry is the whole education. Stability is not a feature you buy. It is a mechanism you inspect. And mechanisms, unlike promises, can be read in advance. Saturday's episode follows the money the other way, where the yield on these coins actually comes from and what it quietly costs. Until then, one autopsy report beats 10 influencers. UST's collapse wasn't a hack. It was the design. Subscribe to ChainSense. I'm Rachel. See you in the next one.